What up, my unicorns? So the puzzle pieces are coming together little bit by little bit. We're getting little pieces here and there. Now, I guarantee you, the hardest thing you're going through right now is keeping that Batman mentality. Because we gotta be the Batman for good old Betty. To be the Batman, you have to be disciplined. You have to be focused. You have to keep your mind set on the goal at all costs. Now, it is not an easy thing to do. I tell you from experience, it is one of the hardest, and I literally mean the hardest things to do. It is easier to do fucking calculus or whatever shit that somebody thinks is hard to do than keep a mentality like Batman does. Now, what does this all have to do with it? I was just listening to the radio, listening for the maker's messages and keeping my focus, my will 100% true. And there's one thing I always noticed. It was that one Phil Collins song, In the Air Tonight. Grimm said it himself. They lived off of that song, basically. If you watch the music video, Phil Collins is the moon with the one eye. And yeah, it basically talks about how they've been waiting for that moment that all this shit goes to an end and they get their whatever the hell it is they want. Now, apparently in the Super Bowl or football, whatever the fuck it is, I don't watch sports. It's all bullshit anyways. Nothing but prepaid programming. There's no actual sportsmanship. They pay each other to lose or to win, and they place huge bets on them, and whoever is on the deep end of that shit, they know what's going down. So they know how to win. Anyways, it was weird because apparently they played homage to Phil Collins' song, In the Air Tonight. And from everything I've been told, this weekend is gonna get a little bit wild. It might be this weekend, I'm pretty sure it is this weekend. Everything's been pointing to the 23rd of September. Now, it wasn't so much that the song, In the Air Tonight, hit me. Yeah, they've always been aiming at, oh, we're gonna win, or whatever, blah, 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 this shit, that shit. And Snoop Dogg comes on it, and it was interesting because the clip played from that, he literally says, we've got to do everything we've got to do to win. We got to go head to head with our adversaries. And it's not here, it's fourth dimensional. So we're making it real in the fourth dimension. Now, with that shit being said, I don't know if you guys have had it. I've noticed it. I've noticed it these last couple of days. But if you guys have felt like your thoughts are being pushed against you, like you're thinking shit that you wouldn't normally think, or that you're imagining shit you normally wouldn't imagine. Sometimes it can be scary shit, sometimes it can be, shit that plays on your temptations. Getting rich, having sex, whatever the fuck. Beating somebody up who gets on your fucking nerves. All those things they're playing off. Now they made me think. We are unicorns. Our strength is beyond anything they've ever done, anything they've ever seen, anything they've ever heard of. We've got one special unicorn out there who is actually under their, not full control, but has been brainwashed to believe all the bullshit they tell them. I talk to her as much as I can, and I'm not going to give any more details about this person. It's not that you can actually reach out to this person. You have to use telepathy. You have to open up your mind and your heart and know what you want to talk about and to who you want to talk to. And and then you can reach out to one another. That's the only way telepathy truly works. Well, it becomes usable, I guess. Now, anyways, we have to focus and visualize what we want. But how do we focus and visualize it? Your image has to be clear. What you want has to be concise. It has to be absolute. It has to be exactly what it is you want. It's not an easy thing to do because your mind is obviously being played with frequencies, and your emotions and your mind aren't in check. Everything's all over the place right now. I tell you because, well, frankly, I'm in the same place. I try to keep my emotions in check, my mind in check, and it's not an easy task. It's not something that anybody can just, oh, you know, it's easy. I just focus on this. It's not that easy. It is, but it's not. You know what I mean? Brother Seven, he used to say it to me all the time. He said, you have to try without trying. You have to just make it natural. Like as if it's already a part of you. Do it like as if it never was something new to do. Like it's just something natural to you. And I mean, heck, I'll be honest, that doesn't make sense to anybody who doesn't understand that, right? But it's actually it's a lot easier than one would think. It's just focusing and releasing your mind so that way you, as a being, can do these things without trying as hard as you can. Think of it this way. You're an engine. What happens to an engine when you overwork it and you force it as hard as you can? The engine breaks. Same thing with circuits. You overwork a circuit, you force it too much, your circuit fries. Obviously, nothing bad happens to you. You'll just fall off the wagon for a little while. I know, because I've done it. I've pushed so hard, and I mean literally I'm just pushing my ass off, and then all of a sudden my head hurts and I can't even fucking do anything anymore. I guess I get fried. My brain goes into that mode where I can't concentrate again. I can't focus on whatever it is I need to focus. So the easiest way to do it is, as one song says, if you hold too tightly, you will let go. So hold on loosely and you'll see the show. So basically, try to do it without focusing 100% as hard as you can. Well, no, focus 100%. Don't focus 110%. Don't focus 200%. Just 100%. Hold on to it just right. Because if you imagine you're holding an egg. That's what it is. If you hold that egg too tight, it breaks and you make a mess. If you hold that egg just right, it sits in your hand with no problem, right? It doesn't break, it doesn't snap, nothing happens to it. It just sits there. This is what we have to do. Now, the idea that I want to place onto you guys, so that way you can see this and envision it, is our bodies becoming glorified or superfied or whatever. We're becoming super. And once we become super, we start taking out all the baddies, all the children herders, all the people who want to kill humanity, all the people who are here to destroy this world and everything in it. All the monsters that deserve to die, because I'm pretty sure there's a couple out there that are on our side and don't want to. They want to see a change. They want to see a unity. One where, well, not a unity. No, unity would be the wrong word. An evolution in where everybody finally decides, hey, we can work together. This ain't too hard. You know what I mean? Now, the only way we're going to do this is envisioning it in the fourth dimension. You have to envision yourself in your light body, in your energetic body, the body that exists outside of this body and inside of this body at the same time. Tap into it and envision everything. That's the only way that we can screw up their entire plan and make them go fuck themselves, while we successfully do all this without having to deal with these assholes anymore. So, much luck to you, unicorns. Any questions, any comments, reach out to me.